If you're a heating air conditioning technician or a salesperson, you're going in for a job interview, what do you need to know to prepare and why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Silverman, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now here's the thing, at one point my role and function inside of a company was to interview technicians, salespeople, office staff, and here's what I did. I went to Google and I literally Googled every tough question that I could find. I took an entire day to do this and I came up with like 400 or 500 questions. And I took all those questions and I put them in a document. And then I went through each one of them and I put them in an order that was very difficult to answer. Now, it didn't mean I was gonna give every single one of those questions to the person that I was interviewing, but the thing to know is I was always prepared. And so I would always ask technicians, salespeople, office staff, managers, what surprises you about this interview? And they would say, the level of questions that you're asking. Most people never ask these type of questions. And so the thing to know is you do have to be prepared. The interview questions to ask aren't just for you, they're also the other way around. So you do need to prepare for this. So I would ask very difficult questions. I would say, tell me about how you worked. I would interrupt people on purpose to see what they would do, to see how they would react. And the reason I would do that is because your buyer, your client does the same thing. And if they freaked out, I'd probably just give them a little bit more of it. The other thing is through the interview process, I would make it uncomfortable. I would just be quiet and I would write notes. And I would also ask people questions to dig into answers that they gave me. I don't know, what do you mean by that? How does that work? Can you share with me an example? In what circumstances would you do this? In what circumstances would you do that? And it was meant to really find out who they were. I wasn't just interviewing to interview. I was interviewing to find out, hey, is this person a good candidate and will they work? And sometimes really bad interviews led to really good employees. And sometimes really good interviews led to really bad employees. So it was more of it wasn't like a science. It was an art to figure out the right person. And this is why you should join HVAC Tech Secrets. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So your job before you go into an interview is to prepare. Get some documentation together. Look up the company. Do some research. Look at their reviews online. So if I was out in the field today, I would go to like Google. I would go to a Home Advisor. I would go to pretty much all of the review sites except for Yelp, because Yelp filters reviews. They will tell it to you. I'm not telling you things that are not proprietary and not secret. So, but they actually do that. Go look and read the reviews and see what they're saying about the company and the actions that they have and the type of people that you would be working with and who responds to those reviews. So if you've got a company that cares and responds to every single review, that's a big deal. If you've got somebody who doesn't care, it might be a difficult spot for you to work. Just saying it. And then last of all, be prepared for the kicker at the end. So there was a sales trainer named Chet Holmes. And Chet Holmes, at the end of a sales interview, would ask a candidate or tell them, here's the thing, candidate. I'm really looking for a closer and I see more of a salesperson. And somebody who's a closer is going to go, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm a freaking closer. I make deals happen. I get things done. And somebody who's kind of a salesperson will go, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I can remember an interview that I did where I had a guy come in and I don't know, I've got 2,500 sales training videos on Scott Bell Consultant. And one of them talks about this process. And so nice guy. And when I told him this, his energy was wrong, which instantly told me that he wasn't the guy for the role. Nice guy. Probably a better salesperson now, probably a dude that could take the role, be good at it. But you got to know that you may get some pushback at the very end, and that is the role and responsibility of the person giving you the interview. And I'm not telling you anything you can't find on the internet. I'm not giving away trade secrets here. But you should prepare for some pushback at the end of the interviewer telling you, I don't necessarily believe that you're ready. I'm not seeing a closer. I'm not seeing a senior tech. I'm not seeing a salesperson. I'm not seeing somebody that can really do this job. It's more of like when you go to the bar with friends and they tease you a little bit, that's what it's gonna feel like. And in your mind, you should go, oh, they're just giving me some pushback like a client would. It's just now time for me to overcome an objection. I might come back and go, like, it's interesting that you feel that. I don't know what I would do to impress upon you that you would feel like I don't have the skills to be a closer. In your mind and in your belief, what did I not do that would disqualify me, or what did I do that disqualified me from this role? Because based upon everything that I'm bringing to the table, I've got the notes, the documentations, everything that sits here that says I belong on this role. So we can take this. I got it. There's other opportunities for me. You're really going to let me walk, right? Not aggressive, not a jerk, but you got to stand your ground, because some people, if you interviewed with me, you'd get a lot of pushback just to see what you would do. There you go. How to prepare for an interview. I gave you five things. And a bonus for you is to always follow up. Always follow up, right? Always take the time to say, hey, look, when are you making your decision? Today's Monday. You're making it on a Thursday. Is it right if I contact you at 1 p.m. to solidify this? Or I really like what I see here. Are you really going to let me walk out the door when there's other opportunities and somebody's going to take me off the marketplace, right? It's a sales call. A job interview is a sales call. Don't be aggressive. Don't be a jerk. But definitely give a little bit of pushback and say, hey, look, I belong here. I'm the dude. I'm the chick. I should be here. That's how you prepare for a job interview. Be prepared. Take a pen, bring some paper, take some notes. Like if I was going for a job interview today, I would type out some notes. I'd grab some paper. I would sit there in the interview process and I would take some notes and I would chew up some time and I would relax and tell me about instances and circumstances and things that are or aren't going to be done. You're interviewing for a job just as much as they're interviewing you for a role. That's what you need to know. You got one of two things to do from here. Just one of two. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. There you go. The 5 things that you need to know before you prepare for a job interview. 5. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.